Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we still riding high on everything that's taking place with this USC football program, man. And look, man, we are extremely excited. We're extremely proud. We got a couple of news and note items we want to kind of get into today, talk about. But over the weekend, there were a couple of things that happened. You guys already know the big time commitments happen, but we'll talk about some of that as well, because the way USC is doing it, how they're doing it, it's unbelievable. It's really unprecedented. I mean, the standard that they're setting right now in recruiting, we'll talk about that. And then I saw something on I think it was message boards as well. I gotta share this with you guys from an Oregon fan. It's absolutely insane. But we have some big time guys that perform over the UA camp, which is the Under Armour camp over the weekend. I'm gonna deal with that in just a second. But look, the past 6 days rather, USC is dominating like never before. And some of these guys that are committed to USC, they dominated in the UA camp. But I want you guys to listen to this over the past 5 or 6 days, what USC was able to do. And this is, I can't remember personally. You guys could drop in the comments and tell me if you guys could even remember this or not. But I don't remember USC getting back to back, like within a matter of a 5-day period. But the commitments, the level of commitments, the stars, these guys are like legit. So last week, look at it. We got wide receiver Roderick Tenizo, and then we got 4-star wide receiver Luke Weaver. We also got 5-star cornerback Albert Hill. We also got 5-star Kenya Pepe. And then we capitalized at the end, and we end up getting Chase Johnson, which is a transfer portal cornerback from Central Florida. Now, I want to talk about that real quick, because there's a guy that put a comment out, and I meant to put that comment up here. I actually had it, but it got deleted up here. But there's a guy that put a comment up in my video that I did about Chase. There were, let me say it like this. There were a lot of mixed feelings about Chase, making that commitment and coming back to USC. And I look at it like this, and I told other people that I talked to about it. I said, look, I trust the coaching staff. I trust what they're looking at. I trust what they how they view everything, how they're evaluating everything. And I got to know that they know more than me. And I got to know that their expertise when you talk about coaching, because I saw so many people in the comments, no, thank you, this, that. But here's a comment that came to me that really kind of was an eye opener, because I'm gonna tell you guys this. You guys know, I said it time and time again. Our young cornerbacks, I'm extremely high on, and I mentioned this the other day, but I'm just gonna say it again. Braylon Conley, I got big love for Braylon Conley. You guys know he was on this show. I'm pulling for him. I want to see him do phenomenal things. He's just a great young man. He's a humble young man out of the state of Texas. But not only that, we saw what he did last year in the fall. I mean, he absolutely balled out, and he has some other guys behind him. But man, look, Braylon Conley, to me, in my opinion, is second to none. We got Isaiah Rubin. I mentioned him last week as well. He's a baller. He's a dog. Of course, we got Marcellus Williams, who's an absolute dog. Local guy, St. John Bosco. And then we got DeCarlos Nicholson. We got some other guys as well. But those are the guys that, you kind of look forward to. And so I understand the fan base, though. I understand the feelings of I guess, the bitter taste that was in the mouth, because at the end of the day, Chase, he came committed to USC. They put the time in. Then he left and went to SMU. And then ultimately, I think he went back to Central Florida because of what this guy that I'm about to talk about his comment in a minute, because of what I think he talked about in this comment, which was being close to Travion Reed. I felt like when Travion Reed, instantly, and I'm just going to be honest, when Travion Reed decided to come to USC, I instantly thought about the fact that Chase will probably even come over to USC. That was a thought that crossed my mind. Why it took so long, I have no idea, because I believe he put his name in the portal. He had to put it in there by a certain period of time, but I instantly thought that that's what he would do. But here's a comment, and this is from, let me read this real quick. because I think this is an important comment, and this is a different way of looking at it. He says this shout out to you too. B22 Stinger. B22 Stinger, that's his name. But he said this kid might need Coach Travion Reed and SC more than we need him. He said, but sometimes you have to extend a hand and help a young people out. And I totally get that. And this is one of the things that I talked about, even with Eric Henderson, all these guys, Sean Nua, especially some of the guys that Eric Henderson got from the South. I just believe you guys remember. I want to take you guys back. I told you guys, like, look, it's not just about a coach relationship. It's more than a coach relationship. It's a father figure type of thing. It's a bonding type of thing. It's a mentor type of thing. And when you have those going on, when you have those things going on, it means more. And so I understand why Chase came back. Travion Reed, the fact that he has this experience in the NFL and no telling, he probably mentoring this kid. And so, look, man, I'm open to it all. And Travion Reed might be connected to this kid in a way, bonding wise. And so, look, but I will say this: I just want it to be a fair, open competition, like you guys as well. That's all we ask: fair, open competition. And so, salute to Chase, salute to all the other DBs we got. And look, that's kind of where I'm gonna leave that right there and deal with it that way. So, look, man, you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think about that. Now, I did state that we had a big time weekend with these guys that came to US, that are committed to USC, and they absolutely balled out, man. I mean, like, I'm talking about balled out. I've seen Deshaun Rideau ball out. I've seen Brandon Lockhart. I wish I could have showed you guys some of those highlights. They did some phenomenal things. I mean, when I'm saying balled out, Brandon Lockhart, I'm telling you, the way he is his coverage right now, his coverage, his football IQ, the way he understands the game, and not only that, his passion for the position. Like, you could tell, like, Brandon Lockhart really studies his craft. You could tell that he really understands, what this thing is all about. And to see him backpedal like that and then open up when it was time to run, I said, man, Brandon Lockhart really looked fluid. He looked incredible. He looked like a cornerback that can really get after it. And I'm truly excited after this Under Armour camp to see what he's able to do. Deshaun Renault, he did some phenomenal things as well. He ran some routes. He looked like a receiver out there, the way he was catching the ball. Hands were soft, and the way he was moving and grooving. USC as a whole, their recruits, their commitment, their commits, they represented. And not only they represented so well, Cohen Brown, my God. If anybody saw that clip where he did like a streak straight up the middle, you guys know what I'm talking about. But he did a streak, and he went straight up the middle and just did this guy in. He put this dude in the matrix. And I'm telling you, he looks faster than what I thought he was. I already know he's fast. I already know he's physical. He's strong. But, man, he looked like he just had some straight-up wheels. So they did some phenomenal things, all of these guys in the camp. But shout out to all these guys, because these guys earned themselves a spot in the Under Armour All-American game. And so Cohen Brown, he got invited to the Under Armour game. Malik Brooks, he got invited. I got him written down here. Deshaun Rideau, he got invited. Big Vlad out of Folsom, he was invited. Let's see. Samote, he got the MVP. Brandon Lockhart was invited as well. You guys know the big offensive lineman that we got from the state. I want to say Denver. I might be getting this mixed up. I think he's from Denver. Chase Dinich, he got MVP as well. So look, man, these guys are doing, or is he from California? But these guys are doing some phenomenal things, man. And I'm just excited. This class is performing in these camps. And so for all these guys to get invited, look, the whole Under Armour game is going to be USC Trojans. I mean, what you guys think about that? The whole Under Armour game is about to be some USC Trojans. That's crazy. So you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think about that, man. Now another news and note item that we had on the table here was Caden Dixon Wyatt. Everybody thought he was going to commit to Oregon. It looked like he was crystal ball to Oregon. I saw two Oregon insiders put him at 79%, which is pretty much like a done deal. And look, he ended up committing to Ohio State. listen, this is Oregon is striking out on so many different fronts right now, and it's crazy. And I want to read you something that I saw from a message board, and it's crazy. I mean, what Oregon is saying. This is coming from On 3 Scoop, I believe. Yeah, On 3 Scoop. And one of these guys put it up on message board. They got a thing called message board where they put this stuff up. But it says USC was dominated in recruiting class long before. And it's, the thing I like about this guy's telling the truth. And this is what we all knew, we all talked about, we all felt, and we all understood it. But they tried to hold us down. But now we're back, and it's really go time. But it says this: USC was dominated in recruiting class long before NIL was a thing. We just got used to a few years of them being, I guess we could say this, incompetent. And now that they're back to doing what they historically always have done in recruiting, everyone's like, wow, they must be buying players. But here it is right here. He says, it's not like USC is not a blue blood. Listen, this Oregon guy from a message board really understands what it's all about. He got it correct. And it's no disrespect. I'm not disrespecting Oregon, but they have 0 championships. And the guy from the Oregon message board got it absolutely right. We have multiple national championships, multiple Heismans. We are the true blue blood of college football. And he understands that, look, we were just down for a period of time, especially with the NIL era, the acclimation period. Now we fully acclimated. It is really go time. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking. So look, man, you guys can hit me in the comments, man. I'm excited. I'm excited about what we're doing. We got the full staff on and popping and on and cracking. And I think USC's in some good shape, man. We're dominating all across the board. Not only are we dominated in recruiting, but our recruits are dominated in these camps. And it's really go time. I'm out of here, man. Happy Monday to everybody. Until later on, listen, fight on, fight on, fight on.